crazy for a while there.
Yeah.
Rayman Legends has been a long time coming. It was originally going to be a launch title for the Wii U, but then it got delayed, and then it got delayed again, and now almost a full year later, it's finally out. And not just on the Wii U, it's on almost every gaming platform. But was it worth the wait, Barjo?
It absolutely was, Hex. This game is full of creativity and polish. Let's have a look.
Each level gives you the very simple task of getting Rayman and his friends safely to the exit. But the beauty of this game is that there are so many locations and scenarios. The game always feels fresh. Being a big music lover, my favourites are the levels laid out to the beat of pop songs. Well, Blackberry, bam-ba-lam.
Yeah, those levels were so great, I almost wish the whole game was music themed. But then those song levels are all really fast-paced, a bit like those smartphone endless running games. So I'm glad there's plenty of thoughtful platforming here too. Like these stealth levels where you have to sneak around, staying out of sight of the cameras.
And there's a bit of a James Bond vibe with those spy themes and the henchmen in wetsuits. And it's such a good-looking game, isn't it, Hex?
Yeah, it's stunning. We're used to a lot of flashy 3D graphics today, but all of Rayman's locations have a hand-drawn look that adds so much personality. I love those little touches like the way the baddies are roughing up the teensies before you rescue them.
Originally, when this game was being made specifically for Wii U, it featured a multiplayer touchscreen mode. An extra player was able to use swiping gestures on the gamepad to make the flying character Murphy do things like cut ropes to drop platforms down.
Yes, and since then it's been rejigged to work on all of the consoles. Now the regular players can control Murphy with a button press while they're jumping around. I found it a little tricky at first, moving the background around while you're jumping.
Well, once I got used to Murphy, I actually really liked using him. Plus, he can do some really awesome things like deflecting fireballs away from you at just the right moment.
For me, it was the crazy variety that I enjoyed the most. One minute I'd be fighting a monstrous luchador, the next I'd be turned into a chicken while Murphy tunneled through giant cakes for me. I guess you can have your cake and eat it too.
Affirmative. And speaking of cakes, I was impressed with how many secrets they baked into every level. Collecting all the lums and rescuing every teensy will test even the most skilled gamers.
Yeah, they sure have crammed a lot into this game, haven't they? As well as all the new levels, they've also included a bunch of older levels from their last game, Rayman Origins, with extra secrets scattered about for you to find.
Collecting everything in the game is definitely a big challenge, but the co-op balances out that difficulty. In co-op, you don't have to restart when you die, you're just turned into a balloon. So as long as one of the other players is alive, they can keep bringing you back to life.
Yeah, playing this in tandem will be perfect for younger spawnlings, I think. Just having someone who's a little bit more experienced with this kind of platformer can be a big help in some of those trickier sections.
All right, Darren, let's do this. Teamwork. Teamwork is key.
Remember your training and you will survive.
Okay. Wait!
Oh dear.
Save me, Darren.
Don't worry, I'll just...
Save me. Ah, back. Thank you, Darren. I'm not actually really doing badly, Darren. I am showing you the mechanics of how to save your friends. I'm teaching you about teamwork, really. I'm not actually dying myself. Oh, I'm dead.
Well, even though I still think it was your fault, Darren, thank you so much for saving my bacon.
Oh, you're welcome.
We should also mention some of the other modes, like the soccer shootout minigame.
Yeah, at first I thought this was a really odd mode to add. But after playing it for 5 minutes, I realized it's there because it's so much fun. I mean, who doesn't want to kick flaming soccer balls around? And there are even online challenges where you can put your Raymanly skills to the test, trying to get on the daily leaderboards. What did you think overall, Hex?
You know, as soon as I finished it, I just dived straight back in so I could beat my times and find all the secrets that I missed. And I can't believe how varied all the levels were. I just love this. I'm giving it 9.5.
Yeah, after the last game, which was very good, I was expecting big things and they delivered. It just kept mixing up the gameplay with creative ideas and I think it's fantastic and it sits right up there now with Mario and Sonic. I'm giving it 9.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.
That's right. Rehydrate. Rehydrate. Okay, that's enough, Barjo. That's too much, Barjo.
Well, it's been almost a year since Rayman Origins, and it was one of the best looking side-scrollers that we've ever played. Rayman Legends isn't far away, and I don't know about you guys, but I am keen to return to the Glade of Dreams. And now Rayman is making an appearance on mobile devices in Jungle Run.
But does the limbless wonder have what it takes to make the wall run, kick, leap, hover, dash onto the small screen?
What I love about Rayman is it focuses on tight platforming, but it also has this beautiful art style with it as well.
Yeah, it's always a worry though, isn't it, when a game gets ported onto a mobile device? We have that fear that it's going to suffer from horrible downscaling and just not be as good.
Affirmative. If history has taught us anything, it's that scaled-down versions of big blockbuster games can end up feeling a bit, well, a shell of their former selves.
Well, I'm happy to say this is one of those exceptions, because right from the start of this game you can tell that a lot of love has gone into it. Just look at this opening menu.
Yes, the first thing you'll notice is that gorgeous art style from Rayman Origins. And the animations are just silky smooth, and I loved seeing those characters again. It just reminds me of watching a fun Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, it's easy on the eyes, isn't it? And even when you're going at breakneck speed, it still looks great.
The stages themselves are more like short obstacle courses, similar to the chest-chasing levels from Origins. And just like many popular mobile games today, Rayman's running is controlled automatically. He'll persistently jog to the right of the screen. All you need to focus on is tapping the screen with precise timing to pull off a number of moves that will safely navigate him to each level's goal.
There are 40 well-crafted levels to unlock, and these are divided into groups of 10 that each introduce new skills. You begin by simply learning how to jump, but before long you'll learn how to run up walls, hover jump, and eventually combine these moves with attacks that'll help you bust through enemies and obstacles while avoiding bottomless pits and prickly spikes.
However, reaching the end of each stage is only part of the challenge in a Rayman game. You'll be hunting down and collecting those precious glowing lums, which also mark out the most effective route through each level.
Guys, I'm not usually a completist, like a Little Big Planet. I don't need to get every single sticker, but here, I had to get every single one of those little guys. Missing one was just unacceptable.
Collecting all the lums then unlocks a ruby-red tooth of the dead for Mr. Death, who upon receiving 5 new fangs will open a special bonus stage to complete. With no lums to collect in these stages, you'll just need to persist on perfecting your platforming if you plan to pass these particularly painful passages.
I especially enjoyed these levels, Darren. It's been far too long since I've really sweated over a tough platformer.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the learning curve here is almost perfect. Each stage presents slightly trickier obstacles and enemies, along with useful elements like swing vines and bounce pads. It's the sort of game that after only a few minutes of play, you'll find yourself swinging, bouncing, and flipping through levels like a pro.
Well guys, this is the perfect pick up and play game, and it is just so beautiful. Like we keep saying, I was drooling on my touchpad, which I don't recommend because then it gets quite hard to touch the touchpad. I'm giving this 9 out of 10 rubber chickens.
Yes, it's easily one of the best looking non-3D mobile games around, and the simple controls just perfectly complement that fun bouncy style we love about Rayman, so I'm giving it 9 as well.